BBC Radio Somerset.
Okay, right, let's get the correct music for this feature for this week. Yep, we have been celebrating the fact that it is Eurovision. It's been on all week. Were you watching it last night? Brilliant set, by the way, with all of the screens that they walk on. The bit that looked like a river, amazing, wasn't it? But the big show is tomorrow. So we thought, wouldn't it be nice this week to play Clash of Professionals with people who like singing and make music to go with Eurovision. Our final stop off today takes us to Cheddar, where we meet John and Nick from the Cheddar Male Voice Choir. Good morning.
Good morning, Simon.
Nice to have you both here, and we've got Penelope in the background as well.
Yes, we have. She's the brains of the organisation.
Okay, excellent. That's what we like to hear. So, look, first things first, tell me, how long has the Cheddar Male Voice Choir been going?
It's 30 years this year, so we're been thinking about celebrating an anniversary, but we haven't actually got round to finding it yet. But I'm sure we will.
Oh, well, fingers crossed you will. Before the year is out, there's a lot of the year left to sort of fill with anniversary stuff. Nick, how did you come to join?
I got to the point where I was retiring. My wife seemed convinced that I could hold a tune, and I was just very keen to do it. I joined a barbershop choir at school. When I was about 58, I just didn't have the nerve to sing until then. But as soon as I joined that, I loved it. So as soon as I retired, I was determined to join, and I've absolutely had a whale of a time.
I was going to say, a barber shop choir, that's all about harmonies and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what put me off, because I thought I wouldn't be able to sing something other than a tune. But fortunately, I found it a lot more straightforward than I thought. So, yeah, I absolutely love it. It's good for you in every single way: health, wealth, and enjoyment.
Well,
yeah.
do you know, we've been talking on the programme today about the importance of age gap friendships, intergenerational friendships, because of the benefits that it brings to both ends of the age spectrum. And I guess, John, you would have a choir that has a sort of varied age group?
Yes, not as wide a range group as we'd like. Our oldest member is about 92, 93 now, I think. And the youngest one's probably
mid-50s.
Mid-50s, yes. But we would always welcome much younger than that, because obviously younger voices tend to be stronger voices, so we would definitely benefit from some younger voices.
You, I know, have got a very special event coming up later in the year. It's in June. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, on 13th of June, Friday the 13th, which is unlucky for some but not for us, we're really lucky to have the Marazion Apollo Male Voice Choir coming up from Cornwall. Now, there's a choir. It's their 130th anniversary this year. And they're coming up. They're doing a concert with us on the Friday, and then another concert in Taunton on the Saturday night. So on the Friday night, Friday the 13th, Cheddar Male Choir and Marazion Apollo doing a joint concert in St Andrew's Church in Cheddar. And tickets have just gone on sale for that.
How lovely. And is it nice with other choirs? Because, I mean, there are a lot of choirs, there are a lot of groups around. There's no sort of rivalry or competition there?
No. Well, I've been in the choir, 7 or 8 years now, and I've not come across it. And in fact, earlier in the week, I heard you had Kate Lynch on, and we Cheddar Male Choir, have done a number of concerts with Kate, and she's got a number of choirs. So, and they always go very well. It's nice to have the contrast of voices. Singing with another male choir, even that, we have different approaches to some songs, and it seems to go really well.
Now, speaking of singing, you very kindly sent me a little tape of the choir in action. So I'm going to stick a little bit on. Stay there.
Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees.
flavour of the Cheddar Male Voice Choir. Nick, just tell me, when you've belted out a song like that and the audience then applaud, how is that feeling?
It's absolutely fantastic. You know, it's just so good for you. The audience love it, and I can't tell anybody how much I enjoy singing. We just sing for 2 hours. It's great fun. It's quite hard work in terms of concentration. It's good for the old brain box. I've met lots of good new friends, and then we go for a pint after, so you literally can't fault it.
While we're talking about hard for the old brain box and lots of concentration, we have a quiz we need to play with you, so stay there.
Clash, the professionals. BBC Radio Somerset.
It's on the way next. So, it's day 5 of our music-related quiz, based on the fact that it is the Eurovision Song Contest this week. Today, gathered in Cheddar, we have Nick and John from the Cheddar Male Voice Choir. We've also got Penelope, who is John's wife, in the background. We didn't say proper hello, Penelope. Morning, Penelope. Thanks for coming on. We have the quiz that we need to play, and we're fairly sure that you're going to be in charge of all of this, Penelope, so no pressure or anything. Do you want to know how everyone else has done this week so far, or would you rather just get on with it?
I would just get on with it. Absolutely.
That's definitely the way to do it. Okay, well, come what may, you don't get a wooden spoon, you get a BBC Radio Somerset mug, whether you're top or bottom of the leaderboard, so nothing matters, although it does matter a bit because there are 3 of you and only the 1 mug, but let's not worry about that for now. So, I'm going to ask you 10 general knowledge questions. I will give you 10 seconds to answer each question after I've finished asking it. I've got to accept your first answer. They are the only rules. John, I think we'll make you sort of team captain if that's okay, so we'll come to you for the definitive, just so we don't take the wrong first answer, if you see what I mean. So, happy?
Yes, thank you.
Clash, the professionals. BBC Radio Somerset.
Good luck, here we go. Our guest subject this week, question number 1, our guest subject is Eurovision, as you would expect. Dustin the Turkey won the public vote to represent which country at Eurovision in 2008? Was Dustin the Turkey representing Turkey, or Ireland, or Azerbaijan? Turkey, Ireland, or Azerbaijan? What do you reckon?
Azerbaijan, you think? Yeah, Azerbaijan. We'll go with that.
Azerbaijan, you think? No, completely wrong. No, he was, apparently he's a massive TV star in Ireland. Excuse me, chose to represent Ireland in 2008 with the song Ireland Douze Points, which was an optimistic hope because he didn't get past the first semi-final stage, so never mind, never mind. Question number 2 is your TV themes. Theme of the themes this week, we've gone for TV shows with an international feel, set or based in other countries that may or may not be Eurovision countries. So, can you name this TV show? To a TV show with an international flavour to it. What's the programme?
We decided it's the other Australian show that isn't Neighbours.
Okay, and its name would be?
No, it won't come.
Oh no. Okay, well, no. I think you might get half a point for saying it's the other Australian soap that's not Neighbours, because you're sort of there or thereabouts. The actual name is Home and Away. That's what we're looking for. And Australia, of course.
Home Alone.
Oh, you're close. Well, you see, we would definitely give you half a point for a home. The Australia, of course, do take part in Eurovision, even though they're not in Europe, but they were knocked out yesterday in the semi-finals, so they won't be in the final. But anyway, all right, question number 3, here we go. Pinto, haricot, and kidney are all types of which foodstuff?
Bean.
Say it again?
Bean.
Absolutely, that's a point. Good. We're suddenly we're scoring. It's great. Question number 4. Which word beginning with C for choir means to say numbers one after another in order? Count is the right answer. Getting easy now, look. Right, we have some clues for you that will lead you to a famous person. This is your Guess Who. Question number 5. You'll also hear a clip of them speaking. Who is he? So, born 15th of September 1972 in London. He read social science and political science at Cambridge and graduated with a first-class honours degree in 1994. He went on to work in the marketing department of Shell, the oil company, but took voluntary redundancy in 2000 as he felt miserable. He performed his first stand-up gig later that month, and he has gone on to have a massive success with that career choice. Claimed that a course in neuro-linguistic programming helped him realise how his mind worked, and also helped him to follow his dreams of becoming a comedian. He is now hosting regular TV shows, does lots of tours. In fact, possibly he's at the top of his profession.
You never feel like you're at the top of your profession, because you're standing on the shoulders of giants in whatever industry you're in. So you might think, oh, he's doing very well. He's got a Netflix special and a new tour and all of the things. But then inside you're going, well, I'm as good as the next joke I write. So the thing that I try and do is be quite stoic. I'm trying to do less better. I'm trying to just be a stand-up comedian. The world ordered a stand-up comedian, and I'm trying to honour that.
Who was that man?
We know it's not Richard Perry, is it? He's terrible.
Okay.
We were the letters.
Yeah.
Good looking.
Countdown.
Countdown. Yeah, Countdown does. Yeah. What's his name? What's his name? Oh heck. I'm gonna have to. Oh. What? Right. One last try, and then I'm gonna hit the button. What do you think?
No.
I tell you what, I don't think in all of playing this quiz for however many years we've been doing it, we've heard quite so many "ohs" as we've had with you lot today. Jimmy Carr is who we were looking for, as you say, host of 810 Casters Countdown. Never mind. Right, question number 6 is your film question. Queen Victoria in 2017's Victoria and Abdul, and Queen Elizabeth I in 1998's Shakespeare in Love are both roles played by which esteemed British actress and dame? Who played Victoria in Victoria and Abdul and Elizabeth in Shakespeare in Love? Who are you going to go with?
Judi Dench.
Say it again?
Judi Dench.
Absolutely right. There you go. Question number 7. Yeah. That was a good. That was a relieved rather than a stressed right. Question number 7 is your sport question. In golf, how many shots under par is an albatross? Do any of you play golf?
I don't. It's 3. 3, Mr. Sir.
3. Was that a guess or an inspired?
No, I'm counting.
Okay, well, it was the right answer. Come on, May. 3 is what we were looking for there. Yep. Question number 8 is your multiple choice. You will get 3 choices of answers should you need them. Which explorer discovered the island of Jamaica? Marco Polo, Francis Drake, or Christopher Columbus? Island of Jamaica, Marco Polo, Francis Drake, Christopher Columbus. Who discovered it?
We don't know, but we're going to go for Francis Drake.
Well, it's always worth a guess, and a guess can serve you well. Sadly, not in this case. It was Christopher Columbus who set foot on Jamaica when he claimed it for Spain in 1494. Right. This is your Name That Song. You get to choose what era of song you have. A 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or noughties song. What would you like?
We'll go for 70s, please.
Okay, big 70s hit. What is it?
Silicon chip inside her head gets switched to overload, and nobody's gonna go to school today. She's gonna make them stay at home.
Can you name that big 70s song? Yeah.
I Don't Like Monday.
Hey, look, you see, you got your rhythm now. Absolutely. Boomtown Rats, I Don't Like Mondays. Good score, good points. So here's where any number of points can be earned. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to name as many places in Somerset, as in towns, villages, hamlets, cities that start with a random letter. The random letter today
N.
N for nostril. N for nostril. 10 seconds to name as many places in Somerset that start with an N.
North Petherton, North Fitzwarren,
Necessary.
North Whitcomb,
Very good. Oh, sorry, what was that last one you said?
Rubwell.
Right, brilliant. And you did well to remember that North starts with an N. Couldn't get you out of many, whatever. I think you did all right with that. We're going to tot up your score. We'll tell you how you did after a bit of live as it happens weather. Through the window in Cheddar on this lovely Friday morning. What is the weather doing just now? Penelope, what's the weather doing? Oh, well, sorry. I was asking Penelope, look, but anyway.
Yeah, clear and blue, still out of the summer.
We'll take that. So, yeah, clear and blue, dry and fine, plenty of sunshine, just an odd patch of cloud. Warm today, with highs of 21, which is 70 in Fahrenheit.
Clash, the professionals. BBC Radio Somerset.
Now, do you know what? There were a few wobbles along the way, a few dodgy notes, but we got there in the end, and your final score, let's look and see how the rest of the week has gone, before I tell you what your final score is, just to build the tension and excitement. So, Monday, we had Tim and Gareth from the Glastonbury Male Voice Choir, 11 points. Then we had Simeon Walker, pianist, composer and performer, on Tuesday, 7.5 points. Kate of Sing to Breathe, joined in the background by Bridget, Sue, Natasha, and Kate's husband Kev, 12 points. That was a very good score. And then yesterday, jazz and blues singer Marvin Monarque scored a very decent 7 points. You have done yourselves proud. Your combined score is 10.5. That is very good. I'd like to think that went better than we thought, is what I'm thinking. But all to do with Penelope being there in the background, I think. Had Penelope not been there, very different outcome. John, Nick, thank you so much for coming on. We wish you all the very best with your anniversary year in the Cheddar Male Voice Choir. You're also involved in other things as well, aren't you? Like a podcast?
Yeah, the track you played earlier, that recording, we just recorded that. That's for a podcast called Draycott Diaries, which Tiggy Tratourin is putting out. So we're very pleased to be involved with that, keeping us up to the up to the 21st century. I also sing with Axbridge Singers, and it's their 20th anniversary this year. And so tomorrow night we have a concert in St Mary's in Axbridge, 7:30. It's a free concert, donations for Western Hospice. So if you fancy a lovely evening out in Axbridge, then come along tomorrow evening.
What? Hang on, the night of Eurovision? Oh my God, you've left us with a dilemma. What are we going to do? John, Nick, Penelope, listen, thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely weekend. Hope that the concert tomorrow goes well. And the one in June. And keep us posted about anything else you're up to in this special year for multiple choirs. Thank you, John. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Penelope.
Thank you very much.
BBC Radio Somerset.